the problem for Trump and Republicans because the farm sector, the restaurant business, the hotel business, the grocery store business. I mean, we're losing now millions of workers. And this is all because of Trump's ill-conceived, stupid, cruel party.
Okay, Joe, we're now recording. So Joe Walsh, welcome as always. Thank you for joining me on the program. Look, first of all, let me ask you this. The big beautiful bill, so-called, looks on its way to the president's desk for signature. I see and read that on the Democrat side, they are saying this could be a big political game changer, a big opportunity for the Democrat Party. Is that your view, Joe? And if it is, tell me why.
Good to be with you as always. I do think that's the case. Look, this is reminiscent of back in 2009 when the Democrats passed Obamacare. And if you'll remember back then, Obamacare was super unpopular with the American people. And when the Democrats passed that bill, they knew, they knew it would hurt them politically in the midterms the following year, and it did. I guarantee you Republicans right now know that this bill, this big ugly bill, is going to hurt them politically as well. They know that. 2010 was a huge Republican year after Obamacare. Democrats are licking their chops for next year.
Okay, now, so what is going to play into your hands? Are you talking about the cuts in welfare provision, medical insurance, food stamps, that sort of thing? You think that will just straightforwardly work politically well for the blue side?
Yeah, straightforward. When you cut away all the crap, what does this bill do? It's really nice to wealthy people. It gives big tax breaks to wealthy people. It takes away health care and other assistance from poor people, and it increases the debt by trillions. Those are the big headlines. So if we Democrats are smart, man, that's all we're talking about for a year.
Joe, is there a possibility this argument could simply play to the conversely, with Democrats campaigning on the loss of help through food stamps or the loss of medical cover to millions of Americans? But then on the other side, you've got the GOP, the Republicans, talking about tackling abuse and fraud in welfare provision and boosting the economy. And basically, we see divided America staying divided and everyone listening to the argument they want to listen to.
Well, then the proof is in the pudding. And then everything depends on how the American economy is doing in 26. And if our economy is not doing well, then Trump and Republicans are going to lose that argument in a big, big way. And we're already seeing signs, right? Trump's stupid tariffs are already beginning to impact the economy. His massive deportations as well. So it really comes down to the economy.
Yeah. On the politics, though, I was looking at the latest opinion polls, a piece in Newsweek summing up some of the latest numbers, and the president's numbers are not good. In one important poll, he's -11 as an approval rating. Others still have him underwater. But there has been a bit of a phenomena where Donald Trump has lost popularity, but it has not transferred to support for the Democrats. People may be turning away from him in significant numbers. That doesn't mean they're turning towards what is now your party.
I completely agree. And as someone who's been a Democrat for about a month, this is a big part of what I'm preaching. Democrats can no longer win on Trump is bad. Trump is bad. Last November, that election proved that Democrats can no longer do that. They've got to present something.
Yeah, well, and you do too, don't you? The most immediate thought is maybe a new leader that people can rally around and want to see in the White House. Even when it comes to the midterms, you will need to have a credible leader with a lot of support, and you simply don't have that. There's no sign of such a thing. I know there's still, over a year before that happens, but you're a long way from there.
No, and that's a big problem for Democrats. There is no leader. There are few fighters. And when people think about Democrats, my new party, they think weak and out of touch. It's a big reason why Trump won. You know what I think about Trump. He's an utterly horrible human being, but he won to a large degree because the Democrats have real problems. And we better figure out a way to address those real problems. I think you're going to see leadership come from outside of Washington.
Any idea who that might be? I wonder if you've got your favorite. You probably have.
No, I don't know that I've got a name for you, but I'd think about governors, governors of states. I'd think even maybe about people outside of politics. Look, Chuck Schumer and a lot of these Washington Democratic faces, they are never going to excite anybody. So there
Mm.
better be new, fresh faces willing to fight, or Democrats are going to be in real trouble.
Okay, well, you've got to have a search, and maybe you should be getting cracking on that. One thing that Donald Trump and the GOP have got going for them, maybe significantly, is migration control. I mean, the flow across the border of undocumented, unlawful migrants is so low now. Donald Trump says it's down to zero. I mean, do you give him credit for that?
Oh, I do. I'll just remind everyone it's been dropping for a year and a half. By the time Biden left office, we were down to a little more than a trickle. Now we're down to a trickle. That's a
Mm,
good thing. But a lot of that is because Trump has made it so immigrants are afraid to even come here. Look,
mm,
this will be the question. I don't think Americans are cruel. What Trump is doing on our streets now, we're not
mm.
talking about, violent criminals who are here illegally. He's grabbing people off of our streets who've been here for years, who've been contributing members of our society. That's not what America voted for. And I
Yeah.
actually think more than the economy, it's Trump's cruelty with this whole immigration thing. I think that's going to bite Republicans in the ass next year.
Okay. Although most Americans, as far as I can see, do support the idea of tougher migration controls when it comes to people breaking the law, and that's how it's being framed by the
Right.
president and by the Republicans. It's also true that Donald Trump has shown a certain amount of, I don't know, his flexibility, the word. He's now opened the door to migrants staying in America if they're working in hospitality or if they're working on farms. Now, has he not? He's reversed on that, and that has maybe disarmed another potential problem for the president and his party.
No, and that's the problem for Trump and Republicans because the farm sector, the restaurant business, the hotel business, the grocery store business. I mean, we're losing now millions of workers. And this is all because of Trump's ill-conceived, stupid, cruel party. You say he's flexible, bullcrap. First of all, I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to anything he says. He's got Republicans on their knees begging him to do something about this deportation stuff
Yeah.
because it's killing their communities.
Joe, it's been a pleasure as always to talk to you. Come and talk to us again soon.
Thanks, my friend.
Take care.